Hi everyone, Griffin here, game director and designer for Master of Command 7 Years War. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate a wishlist and follow on our Steam page, it helps a lot. You can also join our Discord, which is linked below. Just like last time, I'm going to answer questions from the Discord about customization throughout today's video. And remember, everything you see today is a work in progress. We've gone over the campaign and combat systems in our previous 2 devlogs, but today I want to dive into something that I feel makes our game very unique: customizing and building your own army. My composition here is led by Ernst Gideon von Loudon, but in the spirit of customization, if you want to change the division leader, it's as easy as this. You can also customize the look of your officers if you're going for a specific theme with your army, like a green jacket if I'm going for a light division, or maybe a cuirass breastplate if I'm going for a cavalry division. The division itself is also renameable. So if you wanted to model your army off of a specific scale, you could even rename this to be a brigade, and the units within, battalions. A feature I quickly want to highlight is our new manpower and ammunition sliders, which can be controlled simply by clicking and dragging a unit's HP or ammo bar. It's all seamless, no additional pop-up menus needed. This is especially useful if you need to redistribute manpower or ammunition when at a deficit. For ease of use, players can also tap a button that automatically refills both manas if they have a surplus. This means when coming out of battle, you have full control on replenishing your troops' strength and supplies. Next, let's take a look at customization within the units themselves. Opening up the Regimental color designer, I can start by choosing an emblem for my regiment. Each nation has a selection of historical emblems, and then generic emblems that any nation can use. For example, I could set a Hungarian emblem as Austria, then select one of Austria's 5 historical patterns, and choose the Hungarian national colors. Or, if you wanted to go for something non-historical, you could select the papal emblem, select a bicolor pattern, and then change the colors to gold and white. If we're feeling especially holy, you can also open up the unit's facing colors and adjust that too. But the personalization of units does not end there. Units have their own inventory slots. Items can be acquired when winning battles, or through shops and map encounters. We have all sorts of items for this historical period, ranging from horses to canteens, different types of ammunition like quartered musket balls or double canister shot, treatises, weapons including glass grenades or Jaeger rifles, regimental staff, an animal mascot, hell, you can even buy your regiment some beer. Let's come back to the camp screen where we can give our papal-themed regiment a chaplain, helping to build the story of this themed unit. Or I may want to give a Guinness to my Irish-themed regiment. Keep in mind that the AI will not utilize the generic patterns and emblems and will stick to the historical options. Speaking of, for those who are more historically minded, our regiment editor can help you recreate historical order of battles. Chronoskoph has been a great resource for references for our game, and you can use this too to help design an accurate order of battle. Find a regiment you want to model, like the Prince von Preußen regiment, and their facings and flag are listed here. We can start by changing the pattern to something wavier, then change the background to blue with red stripes. And the emblem is silver with an eagle in the middle. Then I can set my troop facings to pink, which was used by that unit. Alternatively, I could open up an even more colorful unit like the Prince Heinrich Fusiliers and color them a bright yellow. The best part is, you can see the flag you designed and the uniform of the units in battle. The texture on the model is updated to fit exactly how you customized your men. To quickly address a question from Lord Beckett on our Discord, he asks if 3 ranks of troops is the optimal formation, or if players will be able to drag out different types of formations. So we actually do adjust the unit's morale, firepower, damage received, charge resistance, and speed, all based on how many ranks you form up. So the way you drag your formations matter. It's just another way that we're giving players control, not only on the visual level for things like flags and facings, but also in the formations that you create. You may like 2 ranks for higher firepower, but you'll lose morale, as your troops don't feel quite as secure as they would if they stood a little closer together. Maybe to mitigate this, you could provide your troops with certain items to help boost morale, and eventually you'll be able to count on them to fight effectively even in spaced out formations without breaking quite as easily. So, whether you want to play historically or build your own customized army, it's all possible with our Regimental Designer. The last thing I want to show off in the camp is how it physically expands each time you purchase a new division. Notice the tents, barrels, and paths updating with each evolution of the camp. The final thing I'd like to show you is just a preview of our music system. I've been working with Jacob, our composer, to create dynamic music. Each track in the campaign is broken into stems. While at your camp or shop, you'll hear an isolated instrument. Something calm and rustic. You could almost picture someone at the camp actually sitting around and playing the instrument. Once you set off on the map, a violin is added and the track feels fuller. It doesn't evoke any sense of danger or urgency though, as right now we're just exploring the landscape. But if an enemy is sighted, the war drums begin to weave into the track, adding a sense of urgency in real time. I'll end with one final question from Dino Inc., who asks how the officer abilities will work. So I didn't talk too much about that in today's devlog, but just to touch on it, officers will gain experience from combat and earn skills. Some skills are passive and others are active, meaning they require you to click an ability to activate it. These abilities do have cooldowns and limited uses. For players who like intense micromanaging, they may prefer to have officers with a lot of active abilities, giving them a lot more control. For players who want to focus more on their units instead of officers, they can opt to select the passive abilities so that they can put more of their attention on strategic concerns. On screen are just some of these skills that different officers can acquire. The circular ones are actives, and the square ones are passive. That's everything for today. Let us know what you think about the customization system in Master of Command. Don't forget to wishlist and join the Discord if you liked what you saw, and let us know in the comments below what part of the game you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching.